Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I am on my way to go pick up my daughter and I just have Fletch in the back with me. So I figured I'd hop on here and talk to you guys. I have my coffee, which is so needed. It's very gloomy here in Colorado today and I am just not feeling it. Usually I love spooky season and I love like the colder air coming in, and this year I'm just not ready for it. It's like affected my mood. It's just, I'm not ready. I think it's because I had my son Fletcher in the middle of June and I'm just still in summer mode, but it is what it is. So I wanted to just hop on here and talk to you guys about something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. And I just want some advice, constructive criticism, and just your thoughts on this matter. So I have been reading through a lot of my comments, and not just on my newer videos, but just videos in general, just trying to get a feel for who's watching, what's, being said, etc. And this video, I'm sure by any stretch of the imagination, you're gonna want to watch it. Don't skip through, because there are things that I think are going to be said that are going to be, is she crazy? She's a hypocrite. She's this, she's that. And it's just something that I want to get out there because I want to always be my most authentic self. And I feel like part of me hasn't been with you guys. And I guess I just want to clear the air. So I've made a lot of videos in the past about different YouTube moms, and just mom influencers in general. Not really, I don't think I've ever made anything really about any guy channel. I think it's usually just about mom channels and stuff like that, and how I'm just against the exploitation of kids online. And that's what today's video I'm going to be talking about. And I'm just going to be very open and honest, and I might even, I don't know, you can tell I'm conflicted. Part of me wants to turn the comments off for it because I just don't want people coming at me, but I'm just beating around the bush here, obviously, so let me just spit it out here. In today's technological world, I feel like kids being on the internet and people putting their kids on the internet has become just socially acceptable. And here's why I think it is. Yes, there are definitely some creeps out there. 110%. Not a shadow of a doubt. There are some creeps out there. But there's nothing we can do about those creeps, really. And whatever that creep isn't looking at, he's going to find it, or she's going to find it. They will find whatever they want to look at. And I think that a lot of these YouTube moms, Aaryn Williams, Tara Henderson, all of them who put their kids online kind of are in the same predicament that I'm thinking about right now. They're like, you know what? I'm putting my kids out there. Yes, I have, that's my income. They're out there. But I think that on the other, flip side of the coin, they're thinking everybody's kids are on the internet. The internet has become, it's just so advanced. Even from times when I was in high school and stuff with MySpace and, dial-up, it's become so advanced. We carry our phones with us in our pockets, and it's not really even used as a phone really anymore. It's a mini computer. You're doing your entire social media. You're doing calls, texts. You're doing directions. You're shopping. You're picking up your grocery order. You're doing everything online. You're watching people shop. You're watching this. You're watching that. And it's just become a way of life, I feel like. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't think that putting your kids on the internet is wrong, because I think that it depends on the situation, honestly. I think if it's something like Tara Henderson putting her kids' therapy notes out there, that's not cool. That's his personal health information, and it's going to be on the internet forever. And I just think some things should be kept personal. I don't think kids should be obviously dressed inappropriately online. I don't think they should be running around in a diaper. I don't think parents should overshare things that are personal to the child, like potty training or, discipline, or or anything like that. Now, if a YouTuber wants to go online and say, this is kind of what I have been doing with my child without showing that kind of discipline, or timeouts or what have you, I think that that's acceptable. But there's definitely in my mind a line of where kids need to be online. Because the more I'm thinking about it, no matter what anybody says or does, the internet is a way of life now. That's just the world we live in, and it's not going to change, and pretty much everybody does it. So I also just don't want to come at people anymore. I don't want to attack people for things that they think is the right decision for them or their family or their children. That's not to say I can't have my own opinions and voice them and say, you know what, I think that, for example, what Tara Henderson put online of her son, his like medical notes, I don't think that that's appropriate or right. But it's not my position to say she shouldn't have done that, or she's lesser of a person or lesser of a mom because she did that. I am not God. I don't claim to be God. I don't try to be perfect. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And the more and more I start thinking about the internet and how we are living and how our world has just completely changed, and not necessarily for the good. There's a lot of hate out there. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of natural disaster. There's people starving. There's a lot of really, really bad and sad things going on in the world. And the more I think about it, I don't want to contribute any longer to putting somebody else down for their choices. I know that I can disagree with other people, but I know that I can do it in a way that's respectful and not putting somebody down as a mother or a woman or what have you. Now, am I going to say I'm going to stop making videos about, whomever the situation is, No, not necessarily, but I don't want to do it anymore in a way that is negative for views, for conversation, for comments. I don't want to be that person. And I just really want people to come to my channel for a different point of view, not necessarily saying this person did this wrong and that's wrong and they shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do this. Like, everybody on this earth, nobody is perfect. Nobody. Like, everybody on a day-to-day is just trying to do their best. And again, we have way more things to worry about in this world than if, that somebody threw their kid an extravagant, crazy expensive, unrelatably big birthday party. Because the truth of the matter is, everybody is different. You can choose to watch a video, you can choose not to watch a video. Maybe one of these YouTuber moms' birthdays, Tiffany Beaston throws amazing birthday parties. They're over the top and they're just crazy. Now, I can sit here and say that's not relatable to me and that's not relatable to a lot of people. But that's wrong, because I'm sure there are a ton of other people where that is relatable, that is doable in their life. And it's not fair for me to say she shouldn't put these videos up because it's not relatable to me or other people that maybe don't have the money for it or whatever. Like, I'm done with that kind of talk. If Tiffany Beaston wants to go online and throw these outrageous birthday parties, maybe that's a really good idea for somebody else that can do that. Now, of course, it's refreshing when a YouTuber makes content that is kind of a one-size-fits-all, if you will, that everybody can kind of relate to it and what have you. But let's be realistic. Like, I'm really talking to you guys right now. Like, this is probably the most raw and real I've ever been on a camera on YouTube before. There are lots of people out there who have money or who don't have money that still spend money. people are going to do whatever they want to do no matter what. And the other thing about YouTube moms is they know that there's weirdos out there, but they also know that they're making money. They're able to, and with that money, they're able to provide their kids with things that they like or want or need, or go on vacations or do this and that. And even if they're a villain, if you will, like Aaryn Williams is kind of like the YouTube mom villain, but she knows it. But because she is that way, I'm not saying her whole personality. I'm saying she's not afraid to say what she wants to say and do what she wants to do, because at the end of the day, she's still successful. She's still going to be bringing in money. She's still going to be making these videos. And that's to say about any YouTube mom or influencer, honestly. Who wouldn't want a bunch of stuff sent to you to promote on your channel? Like, anybody would want that. And I'm not going to sit here and say they don't worry about their children, because I'm sure they do. I'm a mother and I'm a woman, and I wouldn't want somebody coming at me for things that I choose to do or not do. But again, as long as these women are drawing a very clear line of what is appropriate and what's not, who am I to say anything? Who is anybody to say anything? There's lots of commentary channels out there, tons of channels that will go out there and say that, what these families or what this person is doing is wrong. And that might be their own opinion or thought, and that's okay. There are ways to say things. And I guess what I want to say is, I don't think I approached voicing my opinions in the right way, because I would be lying to you if I said I believed all of everything that I have said, because it's not true. Because honestly, I do believe that the internet is inevitable. It's going to get even more crazy, more in depth, like futuristic, and there's nothing that anybody can do, say, to stop that. And it's become a way of life. Everybody does everything online. Just keep your kids safe. Put content out there. If you're putting your kids out there, make sure, double think twice. Like, is this embarrassing to them? Could it be embarrassing to them? Are they, dressed or clothed appropriately? Who is my audience? And whatnot. And that's the other thing that I wanted to say about a lot of these mommy channels is they can see their analytics, they can see who's watching, and yes, most of the time it is women. It's other moms either looking for some kind of idea, motivation. They want to see that what other people are doing, it makes them feel good. Like, oh, other people do this too. Oh, I really like that idea. Maybe I should try that. I don't think you should ever compare yourself to a YouTube parent, or a content creator, an influencer, anything like that. Don't compare yourself. That is their job. It's their lifestyle because it's their job. So don't fall into those, must-haves. Like, you don't need it. If you can't afford it, if you can't do it, or you don't like a routine, don't compare yourself and do whatever is best for you. Do what's best for your family, your kids, and live your life to the fullest, the happiest you can. And that's all I wanted to say. So I'm probably gonna lose a lot of followers, but that's okay. I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to be very raw and real and let you guys know my true feelings about things. And I don't care about the views. I don't care about any of that. I do care about the people who have watched my channel since I started it. And I don't have a huge channel, but there are people out there that I will call my OGs. They do leave comments on everything. They are following me on Instagram. They do care about what I have to say, and I do appreciate them. They might not like everything that I say, but I'm here to be my most authentic and real self. So that's really all I wanted to say to you guys. I no, this video was not very typical. And if you've watched this far, I really, really appreciate it, because there was no script. There was just honestly a bunch of thoughts that have been stewing in my brain for probably about a month now. That I'm like, I just really want to say these things, and I don't know if people are gonna, receive these things well or not, but I think this is the channel that I want to be. I want to be the channel that is accepting of everybody, not saying that I agree with them on everything, but understanding that, we are all the salt of the earth, and we all have different talents and capabilities, and our children have different talents and capabilities, and we all have different ideas, and they all could be, we all have good ideas, we all have bad ideas, we all make really good decisions, but I do know that we all make bad decisions, and that's called being human, and that's life. You live, you do things, either it turns out really good, or you can take it as an opportunity to learn. The last thing that I'm going to say is somebody left me a comment, and it wasn't meant to be a nice comment, but I really wanted to talk about it. They said, you really think after 7+ years or however long since their baby was born, you think these women are going to take off all of their content now? You think they're going to stop filming their kids now? If you do, you have another thought coming. Like, that's absolutely crazy. I've said it myself, like, everything stays on the internet, even if it were to be deleted. Let's put it this way, like, some of these kids, their entire life has been documented on YouTube, and that's their normal. And the answer to the question is no, I don't think that these women who film their children doing things, they're going to take that content off or stop filming them, because it is too late. And again, boundaries. Like, if you're going to be a mom on YouTube, just think twice and just protect your children. But I do want to just say I am sorry if any of the YouTube moms are watching, because I have had some in the past. Like, it's not my place to judge you guys at all, and I'm sorry if I did in the past. And I just want everybody to do their very best, and I need to do my part too to make this world less hateful and less just sad for our children. I don't want my kids to grow up and say, wow, my mom is so judgmental of these people. I would rather them say, wow, my mom took the good qualities in people and left the bad. My mom had opinions and she voiced them, but it was in a respectful way. It wasn't tearing down other people, women, mothers, etc. So this was just kind of like a wake-up call to myself. So I wanted to share that with you guys. But anyway, I just got here to get my daughter, and she should be here any minute. So I will just go ahead and leave you guys with that. Please let me know down below. I mean, I'm going to leave comments on. I can handle it. It's fine. I know that I'm going to have some probably nasty comments, but who knows? I might have some good ones too. And I'm going to take my own advice and take the good, and I'm just going to leave the bad, and I'm going to continue to, do what I do. So let me know what you think about this video down below. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of those. But if so, that's fine. Let's just all do our best to be better humans for this world. Goodness. I will see you in my next one. Bye.